Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross and you're listening to the Money Gym podcast, where I interview successful entrepreneurs and investors and ask them if they could go back in time and give their younger selves one big tip about money, what would it be? I really hope you enjoy the show. Number one best-selling author of Feed a Starving Crowd, Robert Coorey is a reality TV pilot host and a wildly successful marketer. He's been recently listed by Startup Australia as one of the Australians' top 50 entrepreneurs. In the past 18 months alone, Robert has built a super responsive global online community of serious business owners. He almost broke the world record for most number of people in a webinar. He's filled up dozens of live events, been featured extensively in the Australian media, launched 3 best-selling books, and signed a reality TV show deal with Hollywood. Let's see what Robert's got to say about money, shall we? So have you good with money? Have you always had abundant thinking, or have you had to overcome scarcity thinking? And how good are you with your money now?
I've always been pretty good. Yeah, I haven't really got any horror stories about losing everything, then trying to make it back again, or that kind of thing. I've always been a pretty good saver, been good at investing in properties, so I've got wealth outside my business.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so I'm not saying I'm an expert or the best in the world at that, because I'm more of a practitioner of what I'm good at, sales and marketing, but I can't say that I've ever really had a bad experience with it.
That's very cool. Were there people in your family who encouraged you to get into property investing, or was it all those seminars that you were putting bums on seats for?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. So my grandfather was a builder.
Oh.
And so our family's always kind of been into property because my grandfather's a builder. So with doing that, you get exposed to a lot of deals, and you can kind of work out what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, what's a good property, what's a bad property. And so I remember, my grandfather's always got a couple of rules about like what are some things that you should always look for in a property, and what are some things that you would never buy a property that had these aspects. And I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to give advice on property. I'm not an expert.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, but every time I do see properties, and like if it meets one of those criteria, like I won't even get out of the car to have a look at it if there's an open house, for example.
Yeah, my daughter's. She says that I'd make her laugh because every other mother, is interested. Oh, have you met a nice boy? Nice boys, a doctor. Oh, and every time she says, "Oh, I've met someone, he's a builder," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's brilliant!" So I'm much more interested.
Yeah, builders are great.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, I've done a few house renovations in my time, and that's the bit people are scared of. So if you're a builder, you all the mystery of the the house maybe falling down is taken away from you. So did he used to talk to you about what his deals were and everything?
Oh yeah, he did some great deals. He came to Australia. He was born in Lebanon. Came to Australia when he was a young boy and couldn't speak the language. Like he had to learn English from scratch. So that was huge, and he came here, built, made a family, and was able to support them, by being a really good builder.
Yeah, that's great, and I don't think people appreciate how important it is to have some figure in your family like that, which is why I always ask people about their backgrounds, because if you've got someone in the family who's either an entrepreneur or self-employed, it definitely opens you up to the possibility of a different way of earning a living, doesn't it?
Absolutely. If you think about it this way, like he came all the way from a different country, didn't speak the language, couldn't read or write, and then built a business successfully and managed to feed 6 kids all the way through all the way through. And so I'm thinking, well, what's my excuse? My goodness. What am I doing? If he can make it work, and it's like me going to China tomorrow and starting a new business and in Chinese, in
it's pretty awesome.
Mandarin.
Yeah, that's great. Great role model. Okay, so anything else you invest in apart from property in your own business?
No, those are my investments. I've got some shares in my managed fund as well, but I don't actively look after that. That gets managed by the fund.
Cool. Well, that's brilliant. And how did you learn to save? Was that your granddad again, or were your family just really keen on saving, and that was the normal thing to do?
Don't know really. Yeah, I haven't got a good answer for that one.
Okay.
It was just something I've always done. So I'm probably guessing that it was learned from my parents when I was younger. Yeah. But it's just always been something that I've thought to do. Like, it's not really how much you make, it's how much you keep at the end of the day.
You've been listening to Nicola Cairncross on the Money Gym podcast. If you'd like to find out more about the Money Gym and how we can help you become more financially intelligent, just come on over to themoneygym.com. We'll see you over there.